I'm Carly. Hello. Um, and I'm going to do, just this 30-minute sequence. It's called a sun salutation. In Sanskrit, it's called Surya Namaskar, which just means sun is Surya, Namaskar is salutation. And it's like a prayer done to the sun, actually. And this sequence, which you can do just on your breath, is actually really good for building up energy. And I feel really just like dragging today, so I thought that might be good too. And I'm gonna light a candle because that's also really important. I realize being inside so much, just lighting a candle or doing little things like that can make a huge difference in your little space. So that's nice. And we can start just as more people come in, or you guys can maybe it's just gonna be us, which is fun, but we can just start sort of like meditation. So if you start seated, that'll be sort of like a good way to enter into the practice. And you can just fold your legs, sit crisscross, and close your eyes and shh on the exhale. Inhale again and exhale out anything you don't want inside you. And then you can just sort of pay attention to your breathing, but you don't have to alter it unless you have a breathing pattern you like, but just relax breathing. And as you're doing this with your eyes, make a mental scan of your body, starting from the top of your head. So scan down and notice everything that's making contact with something else. So I feel a hair on the back of my neck. I feel my shirt on my shoulders, my shirt on my upper arms, on my pants, my tailbones on my foot. Just sort of make a whole scan from top to bottom. Amazing. So I'm just going to get into the sun salutation because we could do a few. And I'm going to go sideways, but I'll do it again, maybe front ways, just to make sure you guys get a good view. So basically, this will start in, let me put it further back. This will start in Tadasana, which is just you standing like this. It's called mountain pose. And basically, I will tell you where to inhale and where to exhale the first couple times, and then you can do it on your own breath if you want to. So starting in Tadasana, everyone take a minute to get your space set up. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. You can lift from all four corners of your waist up, feel the ground pushing up, and then exhale down, fold over onto the floor. This is Uttanasana. We're going to go a little slower right now. So this, you can bend your knees a little. You don't want to be straining the backs of your knees. You inhale up, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. You don't have to reach the ground if you can't. This is just about really lengthening your spine. Pull your tailbone towards the back of the room and pull the crown of your head towards the front of the room. and then down again. And you can jump back into chaturanga. So you basically start from a plank, then you go forward a little bit. So all the weight's on your tippy toes, your big toes, and then you lower down halfway. And then you can go into up dog from here, or if you want, you can put your legs on the ground and go into up dog. So here, you want to take a deep breath in, stretch your head up towards the ceiling, and then on your exhale, you'll go into downward dog. So if any of you guys are newer to yoga, a great way to get into down dog, to know how far to space your hands from your feet, is starting in plank, and then you go back into down dog, because a lot of people sometimes think you start from here, something like that, but it's really quite a lengthy distance. So you're here in down dog, and take like 5 deep breaths in and out. Just relax here for a while. A few directions that will help with this, especially in the shoulders, is you'll want to spin your biceps forward. So the eyes of your elbow, the insides of your elbow, are facing the front of the room. It's basically a way to support your shoulders. You want your thumbs almost facing the front. The V between your forefinger and your thumb will face the front of the room. You'll want to relax your head, and you can pedal your legs, just like bending, straightening, bending, straightening. And then we'll go hop forward down into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Could go exhale, Uttanasana again. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, which means reaching up. Exhale, Tadasana. So I was just kind of giving cues for all the positions and stuff, but we'll go through more of a flow now, and kind of try to get into your brain so you can do this sun salutation on your own. And this time I'm gonna face forward. Let's leave that. So starting in Tadasana, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, jump back, or you can just crawl forward or crawl back. Chaturanga Dandasana, again, lean forward, elbows halfway lift. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take a few inhales here. Exhale. Pull your tailbone towards the back of the room, and support your whole back. So really pull in your abs. You don't really want to be dumping your weight into your back in any way. So you want to pull your abs in. And you can pedal your legs. Just take a minute to do whatever you need to do. And then step or jump forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, Tadasana. So I don't know if you guys are getting a little hot or anything like that, but I'm getting a little bit hot. This is more of like this. If you do it really on your breath faster, you can get your heart rate up. Or if you want to slow it down, you can just focus on workshopping every pose. And let's do that one more time, just so we get the full flow in. And you can also look up online Sun Salutation A, and this will be the sequence. And yeah, it's really nice way to start your day too. Salute the sun. So starting in Tadasana, take a few breaths here, and lift the inner soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. At the same time, press down your big toe, your pinky toe, the inner corner of your heel, and the outer corner of your heel. So you're simultaneously pushing down onto the floor with the four corners of your feet, as well as lifting the inner soles of your feet up. So it's like your springboard for the energy coming from the earth and coming down from gravity. I'm going to take some breaths into Tadasana, and we'll start the salutation again. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, it can go from bridge into Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Take an inhale and an exhale here. Pull your abs up towards the top of the ceiling and spin the backs of your arms back towards the back of the room and the inside of your elbow forward. On your next inhale, you can step or jump forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Tadasana. So that's more of an energizing sequence. And it's nice because you can really do it on your breath. And I want to end the sort of practice and show you some restorative poses, because I know that we also need some poses that are helpful for our bodies just to relax and your nervous system to decompress, because it's stressful time. So you can take a blanket, a sheet, anything, if you don't have a yoga blanket, and you can fold it like this. I know you guys don't have props, but I just want to show you this for later. Fold it into a skinny, sort of like a rectangle. And you don't need the blanket to do this in any case, but you'll just sit with the, with your tailbone at the edge of the blanket, lie down on top of the blanket and open your legs up. But we can just do it without the blanket for now. So with the blanket, you'd be right here on the very edge of the blanket, lie down, put your feet together, and let your legs splay out. This is good for your nervous system. Without the blanket, it's the same thing. You're lying down, feet are together, knees are open. This is a really good hip opener. And take a deep breath here. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now, bend your legs so that your feet are on the ground. And pick your hips up, move them a couple inches to the right. And then pick your legs up and fold them over you to your left. You can rest your left hand over your top leg. You don't have to press down, but just so it's a little weight. Take your right arm and reach to your right, towards the right wall with a straight arm, and look to your right, over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. This is supine twist. Bring your legs up, bring your feet to the ground, pick your hips up and bring them to the left a few inches. Pick your feet up again and bring them down to the right side of your body. So your legs are folded over to the right. Your right hand is resting on your top leg, the left leg, and your arm again straight out to your left, and bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Those are some good restorative poses for your back. If anyone has back pain, mine is really acting up. Also good for your back, just like in the mornings or at night before you go to sleep, you can do some cat-cow, which is hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips, and on your inhale, you want to arch your back, but really you're not trying to arch up. You're trying to pull the crown of your head forward towards the front of the room and pull your tailbone backward towards the back of the room. So you're really finding length in your spine. On your inhale, and then on your exhale, we're going to go into cat, which is the opposite. So arching your back, that feels great. And you can also sort of move around, find something that feels good. Make sure you're really releasing your neck so that you can just let your neck and head have a break. And then inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. From there, we can go into child's pose. So you're going to want to kneel so that the tops of your thighs are supporting your core. This is more of a supportive, restorative child's pose. Folding over, big toes touching each other, your thighs just under your stomach, your hands reaching forward, and you can even lift your elbows off the ground for more of a rebounded child's pose. So you bring your hands up so only your fingertips are touching the ground. You have space in between the floor and the palm of your hand. And you're sort of feeling the energy and the stretch of the child's pose. Take a few deep breaths here. This one is really nice, gets you into rest and digest mode, sort of. So this is good for before bed. And a more kind of like effortless child's pose is if you bring your hands back and you're not reaching anymore, but you're just really chilling. You can also bring your legs wider for more space so that they're not supporting your torso. And that will give you a bit more of a stretch in your thighs and groin. That's great. And then let's see what time we're at. Oh yeah, it's about 30 minutes. So one thing that's really important is starting and ending your practice with an intention. So we started with meditation, seated, and we're going to end with Shavasana, lying down. And as you do Shavasana, just really think about giving yourself sort of a break, taking time to just chill. Don't think about things you need to do or anything like that. Just give yourself this time. And actually, right before we go into Shavasana, please bring all of your limbs together, squeeze your body in so you're like a tiny little ball, and you feel all of your muscles clenching. So you feel everything clenching in. We're in this tiny ball. We're all stressed. We're inside these rooms for days, and we have to squeeze into little balls to fit in these rooms. And then take your legs and your arms out and just stretch out. Palms facing the ceiling. Deep breaths in and out, lying down our backs. If you have an area of your back that's sort of pushing more into the floor, you can bring your shoulder blades, pick up your back, bring your shoulder blades more towards the center of your back on both sides, and lie back down so that you're sort of resting on your shoulder blades, on your wings, instead of letting the shoulder blades sort of jut into the floor. And slowly pick yourself up so you're back in a seated position, crisscross. And we'll seal out our practice. Hands at heart center in a prayer. Take a deep breath in and bow, thank you. Bow to the light in each of us, and thank you yourself for moving your body today. And I also wanted to sort of quickly go over a few breathing techniques that I like that you can use in meditation, seated or on your walks, whenever. And that is it's a zazen breathing technique. So you can look it up online, and you basically are breathing in and breathing out, but at the bottom of your breath out, you take 2 more breaths out. And you want to try to link into your inhale, into your exhale, so that it's more like an elliptical or ellipses rather than a break, exhale. It's like that's one breathing technique I like a lot. And you can also do sort of square meditative breathing, which is giving yourself time on every single inhale, hold, and exhale, equal amount of time. So you make a square. So it's like inhale 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale. So that's another technique that you can use just in meditation. So there's Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskar B, which is just slightly different, and we can do that one as well. You can kind of interchange them. It's really similar. There's just an addition of, I think, 2 poses. So this one, again, you're starting into Tadasana. You can join along, or you can just watch whatever you're feeling. Tadasana, inhale, Hasasana, exhale, Uttanasana, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, exhale, Uttanasana, inhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, downward dog. And so here's where it changes. You want to inhale, bring your right foot forward. Into high lunge. We're going to go into warrior one. So you'll bring your back foot up a step. You want to line up your heels so that your right heel is lined up with your back left heel. It's not like other poses where you're intersecting your foot. It's heel to heel. And you'll want your back foot at a 45-degree angle. So not flat, but 45 degrees sort of towards the front of the room. And then that's warrior one. Hands up. You want to reach from all four corners of your waist up towards the ceiling. Twist your arms so that they're close to your ears and reaching up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your mat. Bring your right foot back to meet your left foot. And we could just go into downward dog again. And then hop forward to Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. So back to Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. And one more time on the other leg. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Bring yourself forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your left foot forward. High lunge. Take your back foot, step it forward, a tiny step, 45-degree angle. Bend your front knee. Warrior one. You want to make sure that your knee is lined up with your second toe on your foot. So they're in a straight line facing the front of the room. And your shin is perpendicular to the ground. Your knee isn't over your ankle or behind your ankle, but just supported. Bring your hands down to the ground. Go back into downward dog. Exhale. And then hop or step into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. And Urdhva Hastasana. Big inhale, reach up. And then exhale, Tadasana. So that's just more leg work and things like that. And in general, I think yoga can be more of a stretch, and it can also be more of a workout, and you can find something in between. Just by trying to engage your muscles and sort of like find your balance instead of sort of like, I'll give an example with warrior two. This is warrior two. So instead of like just really stretching your groin and you sort of like feel loosey-goosey maybe and it feels really nice, that's a that can be a nice like stretching yoga position. But also if you just use your butt muscles, firm the outsides of your butt in and sort of like find a balance in between using the muscles and stretching them. I find that to be nice because it's hard to, yeah, as you said, get exercise indoors. So this can be like sort of a restorative, relaxing, stretching yoga, or you can make it more engaging and just try to, yeah, use your muscles the whole time. That's all I have prepared.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That was awesome.
Good. That's amazing.